YouTubers, this is Rachel. I want to go over my Fuji HS30 EXR Fine Pix camera. I've had this camera for I think 3 months, 4 months now, and I didn't finish the review that I recorded, so you're going to see me open the package, and then this will be the second part, basically talking about the camera. I'm trying to make the video shorter because the other one is pretty long. Basic, this is the front of the box, and I'm just going to go over the little details about the camera. It is EXR CMOS. It's 16 megapixels, 3.0 LCD screen. You can see the screen right here. Let me turn it away so you can see it. Just like that. So you can see the screen. And it looks like that. The screen looks like that. What else can I say? Basically on the box, it has, I had talked about this, 16 megapixels, 3.0 LCD screen. It has intelligent digital zoom, full HD movie and photo, wide 24mm 30x, panorama assistance, photo book assistance, 360 panorama, which it does a total 360. Some cameras do 180, but this one does the whole 360. It has 11 frames, high speed continuous shooting. It also has 3D individual shooting, easy web upload to YouTube or Facebook. And that's basically the specs on the box. What's included up here in the box is digital camera, Fine Pix HS30 EXR, a rechargeable battery, NPW126, battery charger, shoulder strap, lens cap cord, USB cord, and CD-ROM application software owner's manual. That's pretty much the English part. It is Windows 7 Vista and QuickTime compatible. Picture bridge, pic bridge, I'm not sure what that is. SDSC and HDMI. So you can hook it up to your widescreen televisions, or you can hook it up to a LED or LCD computer monitor. So I have both, so it works out best for me. Like I say, it's Windows 7 Vista XP Home Edition XP Pro, Mac OS X 10.3.9-10.7 compatible as well. My Fine Pix Studio, Windows 7 Vista XP Home XP Pro, Fine Pix Viewer, Mac MOX 10.3.9-10.6. So it's compatible with those computers as well as those softwares that's on your computers. So it has a different, other ones are different languages I don't speak, but that's pretty much the English version. So this is the box. It looks like that. It's just a simple box. This is the manual. And basically, when I use the manual is I use the camera. Show you the camera. This is the camera. Since I don't use it that often, the battery seems to stay charged for quite a bit of time. I really haven't had to charge it much. Like right now, it's charged, fully charged. For some reason, it just stays charged. Because I haven't used it in a while. But It has a pop-up flash. It also has an extender for a slave flash or a slave mic, whichever you choose to buy. The parts, let me get a little closer. Okay, it has the regular turn knob. You have the A for aperture, M for manual, C for C is for if you want to save custom mode. If you have a mode set in the camera and you want to keep it, like you turn back on, that mode, it stays there. It doesn't change until you change it again. S is for shutter priority, AE. That basically choose the shutter speed using the command dial while the camera adjusts aperture for optional exposure. Optimal exposure, excuse me. P is for program, of course. Then you have the panorama. SP2 and SP1, they are different settings. I like to look at the book, so I don't want to make a mistake. Okay, SP1 and SP2. It's basically the parts of the camera where you want to do, you want natural. It's like different scene setting. So you have natural light, you have portrait enhancement, which I'll go over the description of everything. So let me just start right from the beginning. Natural, with the arrow down, the camera takes 2 shots, one without a flash and one with a flash. Natural light captures natural lighting under low light conditions. Portrait is to choose for portrait. Portrait enhancer is to choose for smoothing skin effect with shooting portrait. So it's like it's basically like an editing software where it enhances your skin tone, where I guess it makes it look like your Photoshop basically. Okay, I also have a setting for dog. Choose for photographing dogs. You can photograph. Setting for photographing cats. Landscaping, daytime shooting buildings and landscaping. Sports, choose to photograph moving objects. Like, I've used sports setting when I want someone to jump up and down, or I want them to run, or I want them to walk modelly. That's how I've used the sports setting, so it won't be like a blur, but it actually takes them moving faster at the speed of the camera. The camera is taking it. I haven't used it in a while, but I kind of use it more so when I'm dealing with children, because it seems easier than to set a setting, because I'm still learning how to set the settings, so excuse me. It has nighttime, poorly lit, twilight or night scenes. It also has night tripod. Choose this mode to slow shutter when shooting at night. So that's basically saying if you want to take a shot and a car is going down the street at nighttime, but you want to get the car, that's basically what that is. Fireworks, of course, 4th of July. Sunset, choose this mode to record with vivid colors, sunrise or sunset. That's self-explanatory. Excuse me. Snow, it's like crisp, clear shots to capture bright scenes dominated by the shiny white snow. So if it's like really, really bright snow, it kind of will fade, wash out the person. So this setting keeps that. It has the beach scene, which is capture brightness and sunlit beaches. We also have the party setting, which captures indoor background lighting under low light, meaning if you're in a club and it's like really, really low light, you can still get the shots you want. We have flower, which is for vivid close-up flowers, and then you have text. If I wanted to take a picture of these words, it'll actually show as these words seem, but it'll be readable. So that's what the SP1 and SP2 is. Then you have the ADV, which is also a setting, and that's basically this mode is advanced, which is combines point and shoot simplicity with sophisticated photographic techniques. Okay, the ADV mode option in shooting menu can be used to choose from the following advanced modes. So that's basically like pro focus. It's basically when you want to fade your back, fade what's behind your object, and you bring your object forward. It's like one of those photos. So this is like a cartoon version, but you basically can tell what I'm saying in that photo. And it like fades the back. The camera takes up to 3 shots each time the shutter button is pressed, softens the back to emphasize the main subject. The amount of softness can be adjusted before shooting by rotating the command dial. So this is the command dial, and that usually gives you signal when it usually a beep when it says that's the correct setting. Use the portrait or photo of flowers similar to those produced by SLR cameras. So I like this camera because it's not an SLR, but it functions like an SLR. A lot of photographers, what they call themselves professional photographers, won't shoot with this type of camera, but each to his own. You buy what you can afford, and I buy what I can afford and like. Like I said, I happen to like Fuji, so I have the HS30 as well as the HS20, and I also have another 29, I think it's 2930, I can't think of it, but I have that also. So I have 3 Fujis and 1 Kodak point and shoot. But I like Fuji. I mean, it's a personal choice. It's what I choose. I've never been interested in a DSLR. I don't really care to be interested. I mean, it might do wonders for me. I might one day want one, but right now this is where I'm at. This is what I can afford. This is what I own. So it also has a pro light where each time the shutter button is pressed, the camera makes 4 exposures and combines them into single photo, used to reduce noise and blur when the photography poorly lit subject or static subject is high zone ratio. So if you're out, let's say you're in on a balcony and you're trying to get like a downtown scenery, and you really want that shot to look good, that's what you use the Pro Lit for, and that's also part of the ADV settings. So yeah, and it says right here, to save unprocessed copies of pictures taken in this mode, select on Save ORG Image option and setup menu. So a lot of the stuff you can save in different settings in the camera before you upload it to your computer. So yeah, One last, two more. It also has the auto, which is like auto settings, auto everything. It basically just picks up the light, and it's the setting for whatever you're seeing. But I happen to like the EXR on this one. My HS20, it's good, but this one is better. So I'm gonna just go over that a little bit. Basically, it's a camera automatic setting for the screen in the EXR mode according to the shooting combination. So the screen, like if you want a non-portrait, you can take it, you can optimize the setting of it, and it improves the clarity, reduces the noise, enhances dynamic range, rotates the mode to dial EXR, and choose one of the following modes for shooting. So that's the basic dials. Let's see. This is the on-off switch right here. I'm just going to turn it on and turn it toward the camera, and it looks like that. It also has your buttons over here for as your ISO, your AE, your AF, which is autofocus, autofocus, CSM, I'm not sure what that is. And it also has your white balance. Then you have on the side, you have for your HDMI cables. And then you have on the bottom is the battery. I can open the battery up because it won't eject. Let me see. It won't eject out. But that's the battery. It's still on. Still on. So I'm going to close the battery. And then on the side, this side, you have the memory card, which I have a 16 gig in here. And let's see what else. It has the swivel. Let's see. Let's take this off. I have some different lenses, but I don't have one on now. But this comes off and it reverses this way. It goes on like that. And like I said, it swivels out to at least 720. And then the focus is 126.0. So it's a pretty good range. Like if you want to get something at least really far, it'll keep it focused and it'll take a great shot of it. What else? Oh, it has the automatic view finder where you look. If you even just put your eye up to it, it cuts off. See, I don't even have to like turn the switch to cut it off. It automatically cuts off. So to me, I think it's better to look through the view. The eyepiece better than looking at the screen. Also about the screen, it tilts out. It only tilts out so far. It tilts out like that. So if you want to take a shot down on the floor or up high, you can see it here. But it folds back in. And that's the camera. I don't have any. I usually shoot on aperture. I just shoot on aperture. I usually shoot on aperture. I shoot on ISO 800. I usually shoot. Sometimes I shoot on 100. Sometimes I shoot on 400. It goes all the way up to ISO. Let's see if I can see that. 1280. I mean 800. Those are all the ISO settings. It has image size, which is 16 megapixels, or you can go as low as 3.2 megapixels. A lot of people use the lower ones for websites, but I like to shoot on 16 megapixels just because image quality is fine or normal. I leave mine on fine. Dynamic range, I leave it on auto. Film simulation, I just leave it on standard, or not standard, yeah, standard. You can actually change, like if you want black and white, sepia, like that, vivid. I usually leave it on standard. White shift, I don't touch that either. I just leave that like it is, the normal settings. Color, I leave it on medium. Tone, I leave it on standard. Sharpness, standard. Noise, I usually have it on standard, but for some reason I got it on low, which is up to the individual. Intelligent sharpness, I just turn it off. That's not important to me. Face detection, I turn that off. Face recognition, I turn that off. Because that's not nothing I'm interested in. Movie mode, I leave it on full HD. But you can see all the different settings for movie mode. And it's quite a bit. I mean, for this camera, I think it's you can use it for both. And you also can while you're videoing, you can take a photo. So you don't have to stop the video. So that's a pretty neat thing. Let's see, AEBK